Hey everyone, Blizzard KB here, and this is a 3x3 circle cube. This particular cube was assembled by a builder named SmaZ, and I'm going to have a link in the video description that shows where you can buy a cube like this cube here in a different color though. This cube was originally made by another YouTube person named Alehik, and I'm also going to include a link to his original 3x3 circle cube. Now, the way a 3x3 circle cube works is there's an inner set of pieces in a circular pattern and then an outer layer. And what happens is when you rotate the outer layer, the inner layer does not move. So as you can see, I'm rotating the outer layer, but the inner layer is not moving. However, when you look at the sides, you can see that these center pieces in this inner layer are actually moving with the outer layer. And again, over here, if you look at that, these center pieces are actually moving with the outer layer. The result of that kind of action is that you can have a situation now where you rotate an outer layer and you get to a point where the inner piece is a different color from the outer piece. Again, that can happen again and again, where you have these inner pieces a different color from the outer piece. And that makes it a lot more difficult to solve than a regular 3x3 cube. You have to worry about solving this inner side, and you also have to worry about solving this outer side, and you also have to worry about how these pieces on the edge are being moved as well. Now this cube looks similar to another cube that is on the market presently, and that is the Crazy 3x3 Plus cube. There's actually 8 cubes in this set, and each one is named after a planet in the solar system. This cube here, as built by SmaZ, is actually basically a mod of this puzzle over here. Except that all the pieces were made just as one color instead of being plastic and of different colors on each side and plastic solid through. This one is just one solid color and it's stickered, as opposed to this one as well, which is not stickered. This particular one is the Mars version, if I can get this to focus. This one is the Mars version of the Crazy 3x3 Plus cube. And this cube differs in the fact that there are some sides that act just like a regular 3x3 cube, but there are other sides, like this white side, where the inner does move with the outer. And that kind of action changes the solution that you would have to follow significantly, because you can't treat every side the same way. You have to come up with different algorithms for each side. That's an interesting twist on this circle cube puzzle, but it's also not as intuitive. This regular circle cube is a lot more intuitive because you know how each side is going to act. You know that the inner is not going to move with the outer, and you just take account for that each time you move the puzzle. This puzzle is probably it might even be a little more desired than some of these variations where some do have the inner moving with outer and some don't. Again, I'm going to have a link to show where to buy a version of this cube like this. It is being currently sold in green, so you could get a 3x3 circle cube in green. Also, this puzzle was given 6 extra center caps in this plastic bag. I'm going to take out one and bring it up closer to the camera. As you can see, the bottom of this center piece is square, and if you were to replace one of these center cubes with this center piece, then it would bandage that side. So if I put this into this white side, it would start to act like this plus cube, where the inner does move with the outer. Now, six center pieces have been provided for this cube, so you could make any variation of the 3x3 plus the crazy 3x3 plus cubes with this cube as well. They did not provide any center caps because they're not needed. You can take these center caps off of any one of these sides and then just put it into this new center piece. So you could make any variation of these puzzles or make your own variation. It's all up to you. I'll show that pattern once more because it's really unusual to see a puzzle operate this way, where you can get those inner pieces differ from the outer pieces. Chances are, if you're going to solve this puzzle, you're going to solve it mostly like a supercube. So if you learn how to solve a supercube, then you should be able to adapt those algorithms to solving this cube as well. I am BlizzardKB, and this is the 3x3 circle cube.